Hello and welcome to Career Services presentation on networking. My name is Brenda Brinkerhoff and I'm one of the Career Services advisors here at the college. You're probably wondering how networking will help you. Well, I've got this famous quote here and I'll read it. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. As an advisor, we research market trends in the different industries that are closest related to your program. And then we want to share with you what we found so that you can research for yourself in the same way. It's been long assumed that career services guarantees employment and works similar to a placement agency, but we're actually far from that. In fact, from what we found, employers are looking for qualified candidates who can make decisions for themselves, who are internet savvy, who know how to create an online presence, is resourceful and recognizes their abilities and knows how to market them. So having an online presence is actually more important than ever. Networking is just one of those ways of saying, look at me and what I can do. Having an online presence gives you more credibility and transparency, which helps to create trust. Besides, online resumes are virtual and easy to build. For instance, LinkedIn offers users the ability to build a resume simply by using their career profile. As a result of this, users are often actively courted by companies for positions. Job seeker passion is the most important factor in employment decisions. An online presence is meant to illustrate what your true passions are. By cultivating your online presence, you can show a potential employer what your strengths and genuine interests are, something they will surely respond to. You know that finding a job in today's economy can be tough, but there are opportunities if you know where to look. The best way to find these opportunities is not through online job boards, the classifieds, or employment agencies. It's by talking to the people that are around you. Your network of friends, relatives, colleagues, and acquaintances is a valuable job search resource. Networking may sound intimidating, but it can be rewarding and fun too, even if you're shy or feel like you don't know many people. Somewhere around 70% of jobs are never even advertised. They're filled by word of mouth. That's why networking is the best way to find a job. Unfortunately, many job seekers are hesitant to take advantage of networking because they're afraid of being seen as pushy, annoying, or self-serving. But networking isn't about using other people or aggressively promoting yourself. It's about building relationships. So let's get started. I'm going to take you out to the desktop and I am going to Google search myself. Let's see. There it is. It's well known that employers will Google search you. That being said, then it stands to reason a potential employee will need to be as transparent online as possible. Let's see what they're saying about me. Ah, there I am. That's the first picture that showed up. And that's the one from Twitter showing up right there. And there's my Facebook, there's my Pinterest, and there's my LinkedIn. You'll also see that your LinkedIn will go up and up and up on the list as you build the profile. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and go out to Facebook now. Your personal Facebook account is oftentimes about what you did last weekend and what you're planning to do this weekend. You don't want employers to find your personal Facebook loaded with inappropriate pictures and posts before they even look at your resume, but that is exactly what is happening. If you can't clean up your personal Facebook, then I suggest you disable it while you're looking and at least 3 months after you start. But as a solution, I encourage you to have a separate professional Facebook. An employer's main concern is that you're the right fit for the job. One of the things they're looking for on Facebook are how many friends you have. This tells them if you're easily liked and if you can get along with other people. Employers want to know what you're saying, what you're posting, which groups you're involved in, what sites you're looking at, and what you like and what you're commenting on. So you can see my profile here. And you can see that I have a lot of friends, 445, but I have a built-in network, and that is literally colleagues, instructors, part of the registrar, part of the business office, of course, all of career services. You have a built-in network, and then obviously tons of students there. So you'll see my picture is professional. You always want to have a professional picture. Remember that. And you'll see that my picture is going to be consistent throughout all of my online social networking that I utilize for professional business. As well, you can actually come up here to the browser and click on that, copy and paste it right on your resume. So that way it provides even more transparency. You'll see here that I will put on here the positive quotes that are encouraging quotes. I'll also put out here informative websites, resourceful and informative uh, things that you can read. So if you become friends with me, you'll be able to get these every day too. These are the things that I'm putting in my mind, that I'm feeding myself with every day. And that's what employers are wanting to know you're doing. And everything on here is positive, encouraging, informative, and resourceful. You also see that I do advertisements for jobs and for soft skills. So if you're wanting to be even more a part of the school, this is a great way for you to start. Oftentimes people don't know that under the home button, not only do you see your timeline where everybody's posting and commenting, but you also see your groups over here to the left. There is a group for every single program that we offer here at the school. This one is for computer science. Then, of course, they have one for business, freshman's club, that's if you're in your first year, graphic arts. There's one for career services, where a lot of jobs are being posted, so you'll want to be a part of that. There's one for property management and accounting. So be a part of your group. This is where you as a student can talk with other students and have that peer-to-peer knowledge sharing. So that's what I had for Facebook, which is pretty simple in and of itself. LinkedIn is what I want to spend most of my time on. LinkedIn is a professional social network, a place where you can establish a powerful online presence. Professional groups are one of the most powerfully informative parts of LinkedIn that I'm going to show you in just a little bit. First, I'd like to go over my profile. It's a little bit different than Facebook, where I have a mini bio about myself. Now, I am a career advisor now, and I don't aspire to be anything otherwise, so that is what I have listed. Now, if you were currently a student or you're currently working outside of the industry in which you are studying, like for instance, you're a dishwasher or a housekeeper, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you don't want to put that on here as well. You don't want to put on that you're a current student. This is who you aspire to be. This is where you're going to want to put a mini bio together with words that are searchable by employers. And all of this is searchable, including your summary. So get together with your advisor, and we can help put together some really key words that are going to advertise you in the best possible manner. As well, you'll see the link is right here. You can copy and paste that right onto your resume, again, to create instant transparency. And another way for them to contact you if they'd like. All right, so let's just go down and look. There's my experience. There is my skills. And I like to talk about skills. Skills are so neat because you can just put on a resume any old thing you think you're good at. How do employers really know if you're good at them? Well, here on LinkedIn, once you're done putting in all these different things that you think that you're good at, your contacts can come along and endorse you for that skill. So career counseling is one of my top, with 43 individuals saying, yes, she can do that. This builds credibility. So I have 43 different people who've endorsed me for that skill. Then employers are going to come over here and see who are your connections and are they legitimate. Well, look at there. We have an account manager, okay, and we have the director over online. So looks like, yeah, maybe I do know how to do career counseling. There's one of our outreach coordinators. So I have people who are verifying the fact that I have these skills. So that's why you want to go in there and just have as much fun as you want and put as many things out there as you'd like. And as we work together, I'll endorse you for some of those, like stress management, time management, your social networking capacity that we've been working with, your ability to create cover letters and resumes and things like that that we've been working on together. I'll endorse you for those. And then down here is my education. And then you come to this part, which are recommendations. And I love this part. Sure, I've given out 4 and only received back 2. But you know what? That's what it's all about. So give out a recommendation first, and then you'll receive back recommendations. And not everybody's going to do them for you. Take the opportunity when somebody says, "Job well done," or "Thank you for going above and beyond," or just recognizes something that you've done or some achievement or award that you've received. You can say, "Hey, would you mind going on my LinkedIn and creating a recommendation for me?" These are sort of unofficial recommendations, unlike the kind you're used to at your workplace, where you've changed departments or jobs and you've gone to your supervisor or director and asked them to put on the company letterhead something about you and sign it officially. Well, those are official recommendations, which are great, and I encourage you to get those from every employer that you've ever worked with. However, this is just an informal way of building more rapport and credibility by having unofficial recommendations put on LinkedIn. These are great things that people are saying about you. If they're saying them anyway, there should be no worries about them going on there and doing something nice for you. So take advantage of that as soon as you've been given a compliment and go out there and say something nice to other people. So these are just the people I follow in the different groups and things. Now going back up, I wanted to show you something here on the right. This is my profile strength, and employers can see that. They can see that I'm an all-star. That's 100%. So this tells them that I'm internet savvy and I know how to utilize the site. All right. I want to go ahead and talk with you about building genuine relationships on LinkedIn. You can do this by searching keywords in a group specific to your industry or your interest. You'll go up here to the drop down, go to groups, and then put something in. Let's say we're looking up accounting because you're an accountant and you want to look up information on groups that are talking about accounting. There's 6,000 different groups. Now you can join them, and the ones that you're already joined into, you can view them. Now this is an opportunity for you to ask your questions, to give your insights, and this is where you can stand out and become well known. You'll gain a ton of advice from other professionals, and because of your comments, others will comment back, and you can begin to build your professional network that way. Now if you go over here to more, and then advanced at the top of that, you can come over here to location and add one. So I'm going to do Greater Salt Lake City area and see what that comes up as, and then click search. All right, there's 500,000 professionals in this area. All right, so this is your opportunity to look to see, okay, well, where does he work and what does he do? And then you can ask him your questions by messaging. And when you do message, you just let them know, hey, how did you get your foot in the door? What is it that you could help me understand so that I can get where you're at? And you'd be surprised how many people are really willing to help if you just put yourself out there. All right, so let's go ahead and look up companies. You go to companies, and let's say we're looking up accounting companies. All right, there's 43,000 counting companies, so we better go to location and add in Greater Salt Lake again, where I'm at. All right, this narrows it down. There's only 130 now. Perfect. So these are the different companies that are in the area. I can research these companies, see if there's somebody that I can imagine myself working at. Another thing that you can do is look up the actual company itself by going to companies and putting in their name. So I want to look up Adobe. They're a fantastic company. And then once you get to their page, you can go over here and click follow. Go through and read everything about the company. Find out what their culture is. Find out what their goals are. Find out where they're headed. And then you get a feel for it a lot better. There's videos, articles, there's so much that you can read and do and find out about this company. I always encourage my students to find 3 companies that they're passionate about, that they can see themselves working at, and follow them. And then now that I'm following them, I'll be getting those updates and I'll be able to continue to keep updated on what's going on with the trends of the company. And then if you go over to the Careers tab, then you can actually come over here and look at all the jobs at Adobe. Wow, there's a lot of jobs. And again, you can add in a location. So I'm going to go look at Greater Salt Lake. Oh, there wasn't any in my area, and that'll happen. But then let's go ahead and look at who we're connected to that's also part of this company, people at Adobe. All right, so I have a connection with all of these different people. I'm a second connection with them from Debbie Brunelli. So I am in first connection with somebody and second connection with these people. Man, there's a lot of people who work at this company. I've got 10 pages and then more. So what you want to do is come through here and look at all these different people. Find the HR person, let them know that you've put in an application with their company, and talk to other professionals that are as well in this industry. The way that you can do that is you just click on their name, and then you click on connect, and it'll ask you how you know them, and you want to always be a friend. Okay, I'm not going to go ahead and send the invitation just now, but that's how you would do it. Or another way is just to click connect over here, and that will automatically connect you. That would probably be the easiest way to do it. A couple of things I want to warn you against, not to make these networking mistakes. Don't only network when you need something like a job. Coming across as self-centered or egocentric. And don't focus too much on quantity and neglect the quality of your relationships. You might have 1,000 connections, but how often have you reached out to them and offered your help? But rather what you want to do is network early and often, seek new acquaintances, and develop your existing relationships. Seek opportunities to help others and follow up. Express your gratitude and interest. Don't be the quickly forgotten person. I'm going to show you how to connect to jobs. So say you're going to come in here and look up jobs on accounting. Now this is only going to give me jobs. Again, I'm wanting to put in my zip code, so I show a location and click search. So now there's 274 jobs in my area. And you can look on here and see that, wow, this company sure does have a lot of jobs offered. Maybe they're expanding and growing. Don't get hung up on the job title itself. A lot of students get hung up on the actual job title. Again, research the company. When you click on this, it's going to take you out to that job. It'll show you the description, the qualifications, and if you want to, you can apply right here online. But I suggest to go to the company again first and read about it on their home page. Find out what their goals are, again, the culture. See if it's someplace that you can see yourself working and follow them. And then look at who you're connected to and get connected yourself to the right people in the right area. You'd want to add your area and look for those people that are in that area. There, Greater Salt Lake City. And these are the people that are in my area right here. Now, we only got 4 pages because I narrowed it down and filtered it by my area. So maybe if you're wanting to get into the sales, or maybe you're wanting to get into operations, or maybe there's the human resource manager right there. You're going to want to connect with them. So I'm going to send that invitation to see how that was done. Now, as a human resource manager, they're going to look at my profile and say, she's in career services and want to connect with me right away. I don't advise you to connect with the human resources until after you've applied for a job. Once you've applied, then as soon as you connect, send them a message. Go into them just like we've done before, and this is where you'll be able to send him a message. Oops, that's if you have to upgrade your account. Sorry. Connect. And now you'll be able to write him a message and let him know that you've applied for the job and you would like him to know how much of a value you're going to be to the company. Okay, so lots of different things that we've learned on LinkedIn today. I know it's a lot more for you to take in just a small amount of time, but again, get with your advisor, and we'd be happy to go over LinkedIn a little bit more than I have been able to in this recording. Let's go to the last but not least, and that is Twitter. Twitter has been described as the SMS of the internet. Twitter is an online social networking and a microblogging service. It enables users to send and read text messages of up to 140 characters known as tweets. Twitter revolves around followers. If you follow 20, you'll see a mix of tweets from 20 different people scrolling down your page. Since its launch, Twitter has become one of the top 10 most visited websites on the internet. It's generated over 350 million tweets daily and handles over 1.6 billion search queries per day. So unlike Facebook and LinkedIn, where you have friendships and connections, Twitter is an open environment giving you more access to people you wouldn't have known otherwise. Reading and participating in conversations on Twitter are similar to any social interaction in the world that we live in, whether it be a cocktail party or a networking event or a conference. You would start out by listening and then join in the conversation by contributing something of worth and value. You wouldn't want to barge into a conversation with a bunch of people that you don't even know and announce that you need a job. By interacting with their conversations, you will organically build a rapport, at the same time develop a network. This is a way for you to learn about the resources and information on topics that you care about. So this is my profile, and as you can see, I'm using the same picture. That way employers know that they've got the right person. Again, you can come up to the top of the browser and copy that and put that on your resume. This is a mini bio that is as well searchable by employers. So you want to have all your words in here being who you aspire to be. As well, Twitter offers this option to put a link. I put mine to my Google portfolio. Everybody made a Google portfolio in their very first mod when they started school here. If you haven't completed it, I advise you to put in your resources, references, resume, your letters of recommendation, any awards or certificates that you have there, and completing that portfolio. If you want to put your link to your Wix or Weebly, say if you're in graphic arts, or your Bluehost account, or to some other website maybe for your business. There's lots of different things that you can do here, but you can only put one link. But I thought that was kind of interesting. All right, so remember that one of the most confusing yet interesting things about Twitter is the searchable use of the hashtag, which is just the number symbol or pound sign used before the word or group of words that you're searching. Say you're a graphic artist and you're interested in freelancing. Well, you could create a tweet, say that you have a business already, a startup business, and you need to know how to do that. You can tweet some words like hashtag freelance designer or hashtag startup or hashtag my own business. And you can tweet that and see what kind of comments come back. Or you could go to Discover and put in here hashtag, let's search for freelance designers and see what comes up. So you can either send a tweet using the hashtag or go to the Discover and see who have already tweeted on that same subject by searching it. Another way you can use, and then this is how you'll get involved in these conversations. So just get involved in them. Start looking for those conversations that you can bring value and worth where somebody's going to remember you because of it. And another use of Twitter is the searchable use of the @ sign that is followed by the person that you're mentioning, somebody that you're trying to find, or maybe a company name that you're trying to find. This is a way you can actually pose a question to somebody in your field doing the same work that you're wanting to do and ask them about it. Obviously, you want to be tactful, and every way that we correspond online, you want to make sure you're being professional. So let's go ahead and let's use that and let's find me. There I am. You can also find companies. There's Adobe. And then this way you can follow on Twitter to see what's going on, what's the most recent happenings, and see what the trends are and things that maybe aren't being posted on LinkedIn. So that's all I had for you today. A lot to take in, I know. I sure did enjoy my time together with you. Thank you for watching this networking. And if you have questions, please contact Career Services by emailing online.careerservices@stevenshenniker.edu. There's my Facebook. You can go ahead and get connected with me today. I sure hope that you benefited and got something out of these recordings, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Have a great day.